All right, welcome back to the Dilster Show. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah, I'm actually about to go meet up with my brother and my friend. It's my friend's birthday weekend. His birthday's on Sunday, but we're gonna go get some dinner, maybe some drinks. I don't know. They're for sure getting drinks. I don't know if I am, but then they're gonna go hit bars after. I will not be doing that. But that's actually what I wanted to make the topic of this podcast today. This episode is my I don't even want to say relationship with drinking, but like my views on drinking right now. So I was having this conversation with my girlfriend about this, and she brought this up, and it made me cringe a little bit. So basically, recently, I could probably count on my hand the amount of times I've drank in this past year. I went from drinking every single weekend at my 9 to 5 job when I was working in LA to basically I just wanted to reset my life, and I knew that in order to do that, I had to quit like really bad habits. Yeah, I basically just went sober for like a year, and it helped me so much. It really, I think, was the reason that I transformed my life. I saw someone talk about this on Instagram, but going sober is like a superpower. Like, you don't even realize how much further ahead you can get when you're not drinking. Like, just 0 days hungover in a year is going to bring you so far ahead. And it's no secret, but you hear about like high level entrepreneurs, like super successful entrepreneurs, like they just don't drink. And it makes sense. But at the same time, I go back and forth on this because there are times where drinking can enhance a situation. It can make conversation flow. Yeah, I don't know. I think it can be good. So I don't know. That's something that I want to dive into real quick because my girlfriend was saying that because I was talking to her, I was like, yeah, like I have this tough time. Like I moved down to Charleston. My college friends are here, and I basically bail on them every single weekend. They want to go out, and I think they think that I just don't want to hang out with them, but really it's just I don't want to drink with them. And like if they're gonna go out to bars, like I don't want to go out to bars and be sober, so I might as well just not go, so I can wake up and get shit done, like work on UGC, make money. She mentioned that she said maybe you're triggered thinking about drinking. That's what she said. Those are the exact words. Like maybe it's triggering for you. And when she first said that, I wanted to cringe because I'm like, my first reaction was, what? I'm not a bitch. I don't get triggered. But then I actually sat with it for a little bit. I sat with it for a couple days, and I started to realize that, oh fuck, I think I might be a little bit triggered. And I hate to even say that, but here's why. Here's why I think I am a little bit. Is because when I was working my 9 to 5 dental aligner sales job back in LA, I would go out every single weekend, and it was to erase my memory. Like I used drinking as an escape because of how shitty my life was. That's why I went out every single weekend. And you do that for so long, it builds up, and then you have this mental association with drinking where when I think of drinking now, I think of my life must suck so bad that I have to drink to forget it. That's what I think of. Because also when I was drinking, it wasn't just 1 or 2 drinks. It was damn near not blackout, but it was getting pretty schwasty. And also, I'm kind of a bitch when I'm hungover. I'm not gonna lie. I can get hungover so bad. I can't do anything the next day. I'm out of commission. And I just don't want to feel like that. I hate feeling like that, especially now. It's one thing when I was 22, but here's the deal. I'm 28. I know I look like I'm young, but I'm 28. I've done this. I've done the drinking. I've done all of it. It gets so goddamn old after a while. And I know the phase that people that are in, my friends here are in right now, where you're just in this degenerate phase where you want to reward yourself for working so hard, but it's you're working so hard for a job that isn't fulfilling. At least that was my personal experience. Anyways, that was a quick little rant. But yeah, was it 4:20? I gotta go leave here in 30 minutes. But I wanted to hop on here to talk about that. And then also a couple other things. I'm trying to figure out which one I would go with first. I guess real quick, because I was in a conversation with my friend about this earlier. Do you have stingy friends that will try to get out of paying for something? For example, we had our buddy's birthday. We did a birthday weekend in San Diego, and we all pitched in on an Airbnb. It was a sick Airbnb. It was Mission Beach. I think we went for, actually, no, I think it was for New Year's. Yeah, it was for New Year's. And he had a sister that lived like 30 minutes away. So he's like, hey guys, I'm going to go and chill at the house with you guys all weekend, except I'm just not going to stay at the house and I'm going to just not pay for the Airbnb. And, whatever. Like, if you don't have the money, that's fine. Like, go stay there. But he didn't do that. He didn't stay at his sister's. He stayed at the house the whole weekend. And me thinks that he just had that in his head that, he could just kind of like get by without paying. And him not paying for it meant that we all had to pay more. And it just kind of blows my mind that people are like, they think that they're being like sneaky and like, saving a couple $100. But the opportunity cost of being stingy and saving a couple bucks from your friends is not worth the opportunity cost of the shit talking that's going to take place with your friends behind your back for years. Like, we still talk about it. And this was like 4 years ago. Yeah, I'm curious. If you're watching this, do you have a friend like that? I can give you another example. We have this other friend that's going to, my buddy's getting married. It's his wife-to-be's bachelorette, and he's going to, quick context, he is gay, so he's going to the bachelorette party. But this kid has always been so stingy, and he's like the maid of honor or whatever is like planning this trip, and she's like, all right, so we're gonna get cabanas at this beach party, and it's like be good vibes. And he's like, are those cabanas mandatory? And he's like, basically, like, he's trying to like get out of paying for these small things that everyone else in the group agreed to do. And it's just like, don't go to the trip if you're not going to be able to do this stuff. That's my opinion. Like, I just don't think you should be going if you're going to be, trying to like sneak out of some stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know. That was something that I was talking to my friend about today. And it's like, at what point do you just say, bro, just fucking sit back on this one? And then, like, because it's not like the event's not for you. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. And I feel like we all have that one friend. But anyways, and then lastly, I wanted to talk about proximity friendships. So I feel like we go through seasons of friends growing up. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is because, I'm doing this podcast or whatever, and I created like an Instagram for it, and I created a TikTok for it. And for some reason, and I had the same issue when I started a personal brand a couple of years ago, where I still cared about certain people from high school or college. I cared that they saw it because I was just scared that they would, think it's cringe. And I thought, like, I wanted to like think more on that, like why I was so like fearful of that, because it's really people that I don't even talk to. I don't even talk to them anymore. So it's like, why do I care so much? I think part of it is this idea of doing content or doing social media was cringe at the time, but the more years go on, it's just so undeniable how good it is to do like building a personal brand and putting yourself on the internet will attract other people who have same interests as you. And that's like the one really good thing about social media is like you can actually use it as a tool to connect with people that you would never normally get to meet. But because you were brave enough to put yourself on social media, it like opens up a whole nother world for you. It's insane. And that's where social media is cool. Social media is great for that. But if you're not creating content and if you're not putting yourself out there, I honestly think it's a net negative to society because you are just controlled by algorithms. You're completely controlled by algorithms, agendas that are being pushed, and I genuinely don't think it's good for it's not healthy. Yeah, so anyways, it got me thinking as I was blocking, because there's probably like 20 people that I like had to look up individually and block them on like Instagram just because I didn't want them to see this show. And it got me thinking like, okay, if I have to block them, first of all, are they friends? Like, if I have to block them, are they friends? And I think that you have these high school friends that you grow up with that are essentially proximity friends. I mean, sometimes you have a couple friends that you're still friends today and that, they support you, they want to see you win. And I have like maybe one or two of those now. But like my whole friend group in high school, like it didn't seem like they wanted to see me win. It seemed like that was just the vibe I got. And who knows, maybe some of it's made up in my head. Could be, honestly. But regardless, it doesn't even matter. If you're going to start social media, if you're going to start doing content, I would say the biggest fear that everyone always has, everyone has the same fear. That one random dude from high school, you're scared about what they think. And my advice to that is fucking block them. And maybe it's cringe that you have to block them, but at the end of the day, do you want it's either be cringe and block them or let them control you to the point where you don't even get to do what you want to do in life because you're so scared about what they will say. You're so scared about if they're going to throw you in a group chat and talk shit about you. Guess what? It's a fixed cost with people talking shit about you. You could be doing great, you could be doing nothing. People will talk shit regardless, and it's something that you have to get comfortable with. I think about this stuff a lot for like if I ever have a son one day, because like I just saw on Instagram today that they're going to start teaching social media in colleges and universities. It makes me wonder, like, what is the world going to look like in like 20 years, 15, 20 years? And if social media and content creation is like a legitimate, like that is the equivalent to, I don't know, like a really respectable job, like how a doctor is today. I wonder. I would just say like there's a lot of life lessons that if I ever have a kid that I would love to pass on. Because I was never taught this stuff. I had to learn it. You just learn it as you go. And I just feel like there's certain things that I feel like were in my brain earlier about fear when I was at a younger, like when I was like early 20s. It probably would have helped me out a lot. Yeah, I just placed way too much importance on people that I don't even think like aren't even in my life. That's the crazy part. Yeah, I don't know. That was crazy though, seeing that on social media today that they're starting to teach social media in college as it's going to be a major. You major in influencing. Sounds so wrong to say. But, you know, at the end of the day, what makes a good influencer or a good content creator is how well can you convey a message. And there's a lot to that. Like it's all communication and how well you can, you know, put into words what you're thinking. And it's a huge skill. It's a great skill to learn because I do think it's transferable. I think I've made thousands of videos between UGC, social media, whatever, and 100% it's made my communication skills in real life, like talking in person to people, a lot better. It's just true. So yeah, I don't know. That was just a random thought I had about the social media thing. This has nothing to do with anything. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. Anyways, it's 4:30. I gotta head out soon. I gotta go link up with my brother, and we're gonna go get some dinner somewhere in Charleston. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. I hope the audio was good on this because I gotta be honest, this mic kind of blows that I got. It just picks up everything. Like if I touch the desk, so I'm trying so hard not to touch the desk. I bought this like stand that's gonna like take this. It basically like has like floating here, so hopefully that will help with everything. Anyways, that doesn't matter. I don't know why I even mentioned that. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.